Good evening, good evening, good evening. Here we go, we're just trying something new with streaming at the moment. Right, okay, the audio is working. Let's turn on the YouTube stream as well. Looks like it's about to go live. It has! Fantastic, so we are now live on Twitch and we are live on YouTube. The chats are up and running, and it's time to say Happy New Year to everybody. Yeah, and here we go. So let's bring up the screen so we can actually see what I'm doing. Let's jump into our Livonia PvE private server and let's figure out where we are. I think I'm in Graban, so this is on my one of my Xbox PvE private servers, so there'll be nobody taking pot shots at us or trying to ambush us or capture us or anything like that. There's boosted loot, really good sort of learning server if you like to get used to the game, and I want to use it just to have a look around. Livonia and kind of get to know it in a way that I haven't really got to know before. Now, I stream these gameplay videos live to Twitch and YouTube at the same time, and then I make them available as an after-the-fact VOD as well. So you might be watching it there, and if you are, thank you very much as well. Right, so where are we? So we're in Graban, sort of in the east of Livonia, on the river. I've just crossed over the river. So all I really want to do is have a wander around and pick up some basics. We've already got an axe. Did I just come out of here? Oh, there's a BK-18. I think I've already got a BK-18, haven't I? Yeah, I've already got a BK. So let's have a look. So what have we got? We have got MP5K with bullets, BK-18 with no bullets, spare pair of shoes, because we've got our silent shoes on, radio, whetstone, what are they, 45 ACP, do they go in that one? No, might get rid of the 45 ACP. We've got a little bit of disinfectant which we can use on some bandages. We've got a raincoat, we've got a spare pair of boots, actually we'll lose those. We've got some powdered milk that we can drink, and we're doing alright for health. Oh, we got a little pistol as well. Have I got that on? Let's put that there, which does have some stuff on it. Oh, they're gas masks, gas filters, aren't they? Let's take one. In fact, let's take that one. Let's bin the one that's hasn't got much juice in it. And I'll tell you what, let's put back on our... Let's take off our silent shoes and put on our normal running shoes. And let's have a look. We have got gloves on. And if I'm not mistaken, there is a well just around here somewhere. A Thurman Vikings podcast over on YouTube says, love Livonia and thank you all for your mods. Hey, it's my pleasure, sir. My pleasure. Thank you for coming in. And just going to be streaming for a little bit tonight, probably for about an hour or so. Happy New Year. There it is. There's the water pump. I'll tell you what we might do. We might have a look through that apartment complex, because I haven't been into those since they've been added to Livonia. What I'm really after is some real nice... just some real nice basics. I want some meds. I'd like probably... What have I got? I've got an alright top. I've got alright trousers. Maybe a nice balaclava stuff. Maybe a bigger backpack. Something just to kind of stay warm as well. Some proper gloves. Some food. A water bottle. Just so we can start thinking about heading south. Ideally, I want to go and find the bunker. So I guess we're gonna have to find a key card first. Too high to die in the YouTube chat. Hello, my friend. Hi, CS Buddha. Love Livonia. Hope all is well. It is very, very well. Thank you very much. Too high. Top guy. If you ever want to play on some amazing servers, just go into the server browser on PC or Xbox and just search for Crucible. We've got some really good ones. An amazing Discord as well with fully working traders. Amazing work, amazing work. Really, really good stuff. Really good stuff. KV says, love your videos, man. Happy New Year and all the best. Appreciate all of you. How to? Thank you very much, KV. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you as well, too. Hi. Okay, we really need to find a bottle, don't we, so we can drink a little bit faster. Server's a little bit framey, isn't it, at the moment? Fire Out says, hey, SS, love your channel, keep up. Hey, thank you very much. Can you guys hear my footsteps as my character runs around? Oh, some rope. I might take that. So I'm never quite sure about the audio setup. You can't hear them. Okay. Let's go into options, audio. Okay, so how about now? The Foot Coach over on Twitch says, hello there, nice to catch a stream after all this time. Well, thank you for coming along, and a Happy New Year, Foot Coach, as well. Oh, a rangefinder. That's quite a rare thing, isn't it? I want to grab that. Might be good for if we're doing some long distance scopes. It's very low, is it? Yeah, I'm not sure. Right, the screen's probably going to go blank for a second. More options. Okay, so I've turned the volume up again. I don't want to turn it up too high in case it starts to muffle my... Oh, Therman's vacancy. So the important thing... So now, can you hear me talking? Even though I'm kind of running around in the grass and stuff. I should do some proper testing, shouldn't I? A chicken. Right, let's have a look inside these. God, do you remember when we were new to DayZ and you would search for these apartments on churners, just looking for something, just hoping something would be here? Yeah, and there never would be, would there? There would never be anything in these bloody apartments. Oh, a deagle. Look at this baby. Got 8 rounds in it. That's nice. So one of the things that this server does, being a boosted loot server, and like a beginner's server, yes, we can tuck in you just game volume. You say, okay, well I'll probably keep it as it is, because is that all the weapons spawn in. Hopefully, some unknown food. We'll have that. All the weapons spawn in complete, and they should, if they've got a magazine, spawn in with bullets in them. And I think I've added silencers to lots of them as well. The idea with these PvE servers is that they're for people who are new to the game, who just want to learn how to play it without getting shot in the back of the head, but also for people who perhaps you don't have that much time. You know, so you come home and maybe you've only got half an hour or 45 minutes to play. You know, so you haven't got enough time to trawl across the whole of Chernarus in order to find a baked bean can. You know, so you can jump on, you can get geared up fairly quickly, and you can go around and have a bit of fun. With the limit being that you can't go around killing other people or raiding their bases or anything like that. You know, when you're ready for that business, you know, it's time to move on to other community servers or public servers, that sort of thing. FireRat says, are there any 7 Xbox with slow zombies like George Romero? Well, FireRat, unfortunately not. We can't adjust that on DayZ yet. Sean says, hello Rob, it's too bad you're not on the PS4 1L server right now. Enjoy. Yes, well I have updated my PS4, Sean, so I may well... I mean, obviously I prefer to play on the Xbox Series S because of the performance is better. Look at that, looks great, doesn't it? And a little bit of a secret between me and you guys is I prefer playing DayZ on console to PC. I do. I just like it. I just like the simplicity of plugging in your controller. Not having to worry about downloading stuff. The performance you get is the performance you get. You know, you don't have to worry about graphics cards or anything like that. And it's nice and relaxed. And I can have a good time. Dominic says, top streamer. Oh, Dominic, that's freak. I wouldn't say that. I don't stream enough to start off with, do I? But who knows? One day I can do this full time, which I am working towards. That's the ultimate goal, to be able to do this full time, so I can, you know, stream. I'm not quite sure how I do it. I think the important thing is you have to have a schedule, don't you, if you're going to be a sort of streamer. And what's more important, do you think, having a schedule or the length of time you stream for? So, is it good to like stream for 1 hour a day, 5 days a week at the same time, or 6 days a week? Or would you be better off streaming, say, 3 hours a day, but for only 3 days a week? What do you think's better? Oh, sorry, channel. Oh, that makes more sense, Dominic. Yes, definitely great to keep back in the couch in the 4K terror on the Sydney keyboard. Yeah, I agree. I think sometimes on PC it gets a bit sweaty, doesn't it? Now, the thing to remember though is that good old Adam, the lead developer behind DayZ, is fully committed to bringing as much customization to console as he possibly can. So I wouldn't be surprised over the next year we start seeing little JSON files creeping into the game. You know, like we've got the CFG gameplay at the moment and the CFG weather, CFG effects, all that sort of stuff that can affect things like, I mean, the first thing I would expect to see, and I might even expect to see this on the next update, is the ability to change starting loadouts for fresh spawns. I think that'll be coming in with a gameplay with some sort of gameplay.json or some sort of config JSON file. And then I wouldn't be surprised if we got things where you could adjust things like the speed of zombies. You know, I mean, it's one thing that if you're asking me about if I was going to make the perfect server, the perfect PC server, me and Too High, we've worked together on things like this. You'd obviously have things like the AI mods. You'd have the helicopters. You'd have from Red Falcons. You have the new boat from Red Falcon. You have trader. I quite like the idea of having a trader. And you would definitely have more of a Walking Dead style zombie. I really like. I'm playing at the moment. Good evening, Marco Puljic, and good evening, Johnny Grooms, coming into the YouTube chat. I'm replaying at the moment the Resident Evil 2 remake, which I absolutely adore. And for me, it's all about the atmosphere. And I think, say you had slow-moving zombies, because this Resident 2 remake kind of looks a bit like this, where they're moving slow, but you have to hit the headshots. And maybe there's not that many weapons around. And yeah, I definitely like slow-moving zombies. I think, or slow-moving infected. Don't really need a flag, do we? Oh, is that some? Don't need another flag. Is that some gloves? Some proper gloves? Yeah. Okay. So let's get rid of these. Let's put those on. Matthew says, I think long streams give people time to find you. That's a really good point, Matthew. Yeah, and scheduled streams are easy for subscribers to watch content. Yeah, good points. Very good points there. Yeah. Marco Pugic says, nice stream. Thank you, Marco. Fireat says, the atmosphere is great. I just wish there were more zombies. What, in DayZ or in Resident Evil? Jerry Dean Swanson, hello from Wisconsin. So, Jerry, you've got to tell me, how cold is it in Wisconsin right now? And Matthew says, consistently. Yeah. Don't worry about spelling. We don't worry about spelling. We don't stand on punctuation and things like that. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm all for less zombies in DayZ. But make them slower. Slow-moving zombies, but with swarms. Yeah, maybe. So, 35 degrees, nice out, only 35 degrees C. Oh, for some reason I thought Wisconsin would be cold. Shows you my geography of the United States leaves a lot to be desired. Mike Reeves says, hello from Louisiana. Now, I'd imagine Louisiana was warm. I kind of think is Louisiana need... 30 degrees Fahrenheit, that is. Oh, right, so that is cold, isn't it? Yeah, so Louisiana, I kind of think of... When I think of Louisiana, now, forgive me, Mike, when I say this, but I think of swamps and mosquitoes and, voodoo. That sort of thing. Is that fair, or am I being terribly stereotypical there? Get rid of zombies and add AI. Yeah, I mean, simple AI and more zombies with plate carriers. Yeah, excellent CI. Yeah, I mean, one of the things that we have to, I always push this as well, is you have to remember that DayZ is on a version of the Infusion engine, and the new Armour Reforger is on the new part of Infusion. So they're on similar code bases, and it is not beyond our imagination for if Bohemia Interactive put the right amount of resources behind it to go, okay, yeah, tell you what, let's do a crossover event. Let's stick Armour Reforger AI in DayZ for a bit and see how it goes. If I was going to do an Armour Reforger crossover event, that's what I would do. And up at Tissy, up at the Northwest Airfield, places like that, you'd have some AI. Jerry Deanson says swamps, and yeah, Australia. I think of kangaroo. Smiles. AI with ratniks. I don't know what a ratnik is. You'd think there'd be some food in all of here, wouldn't you? Ask and ye shall receive. Yeah, so you can see, hopefully this is giving you an idea of what it's like. Are there any DayZ mods on Reforger? Yeah, they've started to put them in now. There is a survival mod, zombie mod. The guy who does the Ravage mods on Armour, we got a knife, excellent, has started to do stuff. It's very, very early days, though. That's the thing you've got to remember with Reforger. Really early days. I think Bohemia Interactive were a bit cheeky making us pay for Reforger, to be honest. Although I think it's only 25 quid. It should have been free, because it really is a beta product, even an alpha product. The BK18, you could say. So it's worth getting it if you want to be on the ground floor of something that will eventually, be Armour 4, or it will eventually be the basis for Armour 4. But it's very early days. A lot of it isn't very playable, especially on console. There's loads of stuff they need to sort out. But there's a lot of potential there, and it looks good. Let's get some sunglasses on, shall we? Dunk. Jerry says, I had some good battles with AI in Livonia this morning. Ah, excellent. Yeah, they are good, the AI. Mercedes Stratum says, hey Scale, nice seeing you live for a change, which is awesome. You should definitely stream more, then we can have more Q&A with you. Thanks. Yes, of course, if anybody's got any questions about... Oh, there's a fishing rod. Oh, God, we're getting too much good stuff, aren't we? Why can't I put the fishing rod on my... Can't you put fishing rods on your shoulder? We've got a bit too much loot here, haven't we, peeps? We don't probably need the rope now we've got a fishing rod. We've got an awful lot of stuff. Jerry says, I like the expansion AI mod. Yes, me and 2High use it on some of his servers. They are a lot of fun on the Malsk. Small amount. Yeah, so what we did on the Malsk was we did it so that there were different factions of... what's that? Some salty sticks, some crisps. Different factions of AI wandering around the map, so they would fight each other. And I was quite proud of that. So what happens is when you spawn into Namalsk and start wandering around, you can hear gunfire in the distance as the AI start fighting each other and killing zombies as well. And it gives you that more ambience. And I really, I thought that was pretty cool. It's quite difficult to balance it though, so the AI aren't too powerful and end up slaughtering you. But what you've got to do is, I think you've just got to turn down their accuracy, haven't you? We've got a hat. We've got a hood, haven't we? Mike says, I'm having a problem with my server. No loot spawning. I'm waiting on Nitrado. Yeah, raise a ticket, see what they say. It's always good. You've tried everything else. Matthew Kenzie says, no. KV, Jerry, I got cornered yesterday too. Had 6 of them on me. Are we talking about AI or are we talking about zombies? That's the only thing I don't like about console. The fact that it gets a bit framey, you know. Drops down quite a bit. Stutters, yeah, frame drops, that sort of stuff. FireOut said, I thought the Armour 2 DayZ mod was perfect, but I don't know how to get to work on my PC. You can get it. I think I've done a video about it. It is a little bit of a pain to get working, and then you've got to find a server. I might have even done a video on how to play it single player, but there's a bit of hassle around saving your progress when you shut the game down, that sort of thing. Jerry says, I like that, and yes, the different factions is nice. I've had raiders attacking me with baseball bats. Yeah. AI, not zombies. I create patrol path. Yeah. The control path is really cool. I like it when you we had some friendly ones. Or neutral ones who would patrol our trader at the airfield on Namalsk. That was quite fun. So you'd see them like wandering around. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, expansion's great. It just can get a little bit. I mean, I don't know what it is. I haven't really messed around with it for a while. But it can just get a little bit inconsistent with when you're trying to get things to work. Matthew says, LMAO, I was answering your question about equipping the fishing rod to the shoulder slots. Oh, sorry, dude. Yes, you're right. Ooh, a tent. Ooh, right, that's what we want. Oh, that's what, look, we've got our water bottle, and we've got a nice big bag as well. Excellent. Right, let's drop this bag. Let's pick all this stuff up. I do love the dry bag. I think they're very cool. Okay, so let's attach some stuff. Can we attach that to the outside? We can. Let's put that away. Let's eat some crisps, some salty six. Salty. Let's eat some rice. So, what are people looking forward to in 2023? Good evening, King Alabar. Thank you for joining the stream. The top DayZ content creator and modder. What do you want to see coming in DayZ 2023? What ideas do you think they should implement? Let's get scale. I can't get the oil rig working, generous. Got your bunker castle working fine, but not the oil rig. Now the oil rig, wasn't that someone else's thing? Didn't I just link to their files? Ooh, no, don't drink it, drop it. Empty. You used to have to look down to empty the water bottles, but you don't anymore, do you? Yeah, sorry KB, I couldn't. I guess it's a custom JSON file, isn't it? So the most common mistake people make with custom JSON files is the address of the file in your CFG gameplay.json. So just make sure it's exactly right. You know, so it's custom / oil rig, you know, custom.json or whatever it is, or some duct tape. Because there's so many people, when you're doing it, and I've done it myself, you miss out the custom bit, or you get the spelling slightly wrong. Got to run, Jerry, says Jerry. No worries, Jerry. Thank you for popping in. It's always a pleasure. Yeah, I kind of feel that the performance of DayZ on the Xbox Series S has kind of dipped since it first came out on the Series S. Yeah, we've got loads of stuff now, haven't we? The only thing we really need now is some tetracycline, some antibiotics. That would be good. Over on Twitch, Welsh Grider, if I've got that right, says hello, sir. Those files drive me nuts, says Johnny Grooms. Yeah, you've got to make sure you've got everything, all of your spelling exactly right. Oh, there's a. No, we went in that shop earlier, didn't we? I'm getting excited. That chicken can live to fight another day because we've got lots of canned goods. Yeah, let's see, we're finding loads of food now. So hopefully we can find some. I wouldn't mind. Where's the stairs gone? I wouldn't mind finding a nice shotgun. I do enjoy a shotgun. If I'm not wrong, go back down here to find that water pump. Yeah, so what would you like to see? What would everybody like to see coming in 2023 in DayZ? Yeah, think whatever. No ideas are too wacky or too wild. If I put my knife. Excuse me, just take a quick drink. Dominic Taylor says, Free Fallow says, just want to say cheers to you and King Alabar. You guys have made DayZ even more enjoyable. That's very kind of you, sir. Thank you for saying that. Dominic says, sorry, it's totally gonna. What do the bonfires do? Do you mean the ones that look like a load of pallets with a scarecrow on top that are on fire? Dominic. Matthew says, I would like AI. Yeah, I think that's right at the top of my list as well. KB, it's 26 watching, only 11 liked. All press like so we can get more live streams in 2023. Welsh Grider over on the on Twitch says, a new backpack with 100 slots and a gun slot. Yeah. There's definitely, we should definitely have the ability to fix more stuff onto our backpack, shouldn't we? You know, you should be able to hang more grenades off them and things like that. Sean's wish list is flying vehicles. Yeah, helicopters. It's OP, they'll never do it, I reckon. I don't know, man. I mean, you know, I've said it already this stream, but you've got to remember, Infusion. Ooh. Uh-oh. I've got a bug. I had a bit of desync there, I think. Oh, yeah, there's definitely a lot of desync going on. Bandages gone. The backpack would be nice, says Matthew over on YouTube. Remember the salt packs used to have 110 slots? Yeah. Did they? I can't remember. I mean, they're pretty big, those things, aren't they? Oh, whoa! Rob, you're still bleeding. Jesus. That's where I'm watching chat rather than taking care of my character. Johnny says, I would love for them to fix the cars. Driving it, yeah, there's still work to do, isn't there, on that? I agree. The Foot Coach says, quick question, this is over on Twitch. Do you think creating content as a mature gamer can actually be a USP rather than an hindrance? Well, that's a really interesting question, Foot Gamer. And I was talking to someone about it yesterday, actually. And I think that there is a big space in the content creation space for DayZ for non-PV. Oh, there's a clinic for non-PvP content. So I mean, basically PvE stuff. So people who go around and maybe having adventures, you know, but doing things like building bases. And I mean building bases in vanilla DayZ, you know, where you're just using the existing vanilla default tools that we have to create watchtowers and walls and that sort of stuff. And maybe even in Build Anywhere vanilla, you know, where you can do some even more interesting things. And then also on PC, you know, with mods, like with Dumpgrass mods and in expansion, you know, with their mod, all that sort of stuff. And I think, and that's probably would suit the more mature gamer. Go around to doing that, and I think people, as long as you've got something interesting to say, you know, and you can talk to people in the chat, then I think there's definitely a market for that. I would suggest. The hard thing is discoverability, isn't it? Ooh, what have we got here? Charcoal tablets. Oh, there's some tetracycline. Only 3 though. Codeine pills. So yeah, the foot coach. Yeah, definitely there is it is a point of difference. Definitely. Ooh, some more bandages. Take those. Lovely. Matthew Henley says the ADS and door bugs are features I could live without. Yeah, absolutely, they should get sorted. Too High says they should add more base building stuff. 100%, such as floors, roof, and add more storage items. Yeah, well, yeah. If you want people to do PvE, we've got to have a more, the more things that we can make. I think they should really look at Dumpgrass mod for it. Fugi says that bug has been in my server as well. Keep up the dedication, inspiration, bro. Great content. Thank you, Fugi. Sean, cars tip for PlayStation: drive in first person and you almost never lag. Drive third person, you lag. Yeah, so one of the tips is you drive in first person and you zoom in as well, and that'll help with lag. And if you've got any passengers in the car, tell them to look at the ground, not to look out the windows as you're driving around. That's another thing that can help. Yeah, I'd like to see a mod, this is what Dumpgrass mod does, is where you can go into an existing building and you can fortify the doors and fortify the windows, so you can make it into its own little base, which I think is something you would probably do in the apocalypse, wouldn't it? You wouldn't necessarily build a base from scratch. The Foot Coach over on Twitch says, yeah, I mean my background is in FIFA, which is largely quite youthful player base. I've mainly made money via Patreon, but now giving YouTube a go, following your advice. Ah, yeah, so, yeah, you're doing it the right way, Foot Coach. So, the more revenue streams you can have, great. So, YouTube videos are really good for being evergreen and for having, like, content that can hang around for a long time and be useful for a long time for people. And that's because of the YouTube search engine and Google search engine as well. You can make sure that if you make a how-to video, it's going to be around on YouTube for a long time, and people are going to be able to find it for a long time. Whereas if you do the same thing on Twitch, people wouldn't be able to find it for that long. And mix it up. I mean, do how-tos, do live streams, do what makes you feel happy. That's really important. You've got to play the games that you want to play, in the way that you want to play them, so that you can keep it up. I mean, one of the reasons why I really enjoy these streams I do when we have all this interaction is because of all this interaction. Because when I'm making my videos, my how to do this video, and I mean, you guys know what I make. I'm not saying it's lonely, but there's no interaction. It's just me making the video and I put it up there, and then people very kindly comment on the video, which is very, very nice. But the beauty of doing a live stream is we have this contact with people, where we can chat about the thing we love, DayZ, which is brilliant. Fire Rat says, I wish that this is over back on YouTube now. I wish they would add back the bow and arrow. Yeah, I think it's time we had a craftable bow and arrow. I agree. Fugi Mink on Xbox while driving makes easy. Mouse and keyboard on Xbox while driving makes it easy as well as invent. Yeah. I mean that's another cool thing, isn't it, about DayZ, is the fact that we do have mouse and keyboard compatibility if you so wish, which is very, very cool. I've just had a thought, you know. Wasn't there a police station down there? And I don't remember looting a police station yet. They normally have shotguns in them, don't they? Tell you what's a bit odd. We haven't seen any complete vehicles. I'm pretty sure I put complete vehicles on here. So... no fox given. That's a great username. It says, where is it? Is Livonia worth it? Absolutely. I think it's probably on sale at the moment anyway. Yep, Livonia is definitely... You should definitely buy it. It's a very, very different map to Chernobyl. I mean, Chernobyl, you could say, is one of the ultimate maps in video gaming history, I think, when it comes to map design and a place, because so much of it is based on real life locations. And that you could say the same is true of Livonia as well. We're starting to run out of inventory space, aren't we? Plus doesn't help that I'm a bit rusty. But Livonia has some got some really unique things going on now with the bunker and the quarries. Right, see if we can take this. That's better. Oh, the days when the axe always used to be the one-hit kill. Do you remember? Always was a one-hit kill. They were the days, weren't they? But in those days, oh, a lot of cookery. You couldn't block zombies, so you'd end up bleeding and ruining all your stuff. There's the police station. Fugi says, absolutely, especially if it's just you and your friends. Yeah. Matthew says, my missus learned to mod solely from watching your videos. Thanks so much for that content. Oh, no worries, Matthew. Glad to help. Sean says Livonia is worth it. A bit smaller and definitely prettier. Yeah, it's different. It feels a lot emptier when you head south. You definitely feel like you're moving into the wilderness, where there is no real wilderness, I don't think, on Chernobyl. So, there might be. You go through a wooded area, and then you're at another town. About the only place that I think that's really like wilderness. It's not a police station. What am I talking about? The only place that really feels like wilderness, I guess, in Chernobyl is the west side of the map. Oh, look! Look what we found. We found an M3S. Shall we see what's in the boot? Ooh, look at all this lovely stuff. Wow, look at this. Now, do we... Ah, man. Do we just leave it for some... Oh, I think I want to explore on foot, you see. So this is one of the things that appears on my servers, is you have completed vehicles that are ready to go. You just need to take the fuel out the back, and then you can start driving around. It's got all the bits on it. And then in the back as well, that we have all the building materials as well. So it's all ready to make your own base, basically. Which is pretty cool. No Fox Given says, awesome, thanks guys. Fire Rat says, nice one shot. Matthew says, we play OG Xbox Ones with external SSDs almost like, yeah, SSD definitely ready to go. In the Friend Zone 2004 over on Twitch says, hi Scale, just followed you on Twitch. Let me know when you get a sub button. I've always loved your content from Mercedes Stratman. No worries, thank you very much. I don't think I'm ever going to get a sub button on Twitch, to be honest. because I do this. I stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time, and if you become an affiliate, where's this police station, or an associate on Twitch, you're not allowed to do that. There has to be a delay, so I don't think I'll ever bother. YouTube is kind of my money earner sort of thing. But I do have you can come over to YouTube, and there is a membership you can join. Obviously, a like and a sub is appreciated. Just brought it. Sean says one of Rob's famous old barrels and boxes included trucks. Yes, that's true. No Foxy Evans says you like that username. The funniest one I've heard was Moist Poot. Yes. Very good. Very, very good. What have we got in here? Oh, we've got some spare shoes. How are our shoes doing? We've got our silent ones, haven't we? They're still pristine though. How are they doing? They're pristine. Low insulation. Low insulation. Jeffro Days over on Twitch says Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Jeffro. Thank you for joining the stream. Excuse me. This reminds me of Resident Evil, doesn't it? Does it remind you of Resident Evil? The way this looks. I'm going to do a video about what, maybe we can talk about it too. What would you include in a Resident Evil and DayZ crossover event? You know, oh, there's the police station. What Resident Evil stuff should come to DayZ? What could they bring over that would kind of fit? That's what I would really want. In fact, one of the things that I want to try and do this year is maybe even get into a little bit of kind of inverted commas proper modding. And I want to do a mod that reskins things like some of the containers so that they've got the Umbrella Corporation logo on them. I thought that might be quite cool. For easy kendo, lol. Here we go. Jumpsuit jacket. What jacket have I got on? Have I got a tracksuit jacket on? I've got a hiking jacket. Oh, okay, that's good. That'll do. Right. Now, if we... Let's see what we can find in here. Some handcuffs, very dangerous. Very dangerous handcuffs. End up handcuffing yourself by mistake. Fugi said, I would honestly love our RE DayZ crossover. Yeah, me too. Me too. Jeffrey says, wolves that are modded to look like the dogs covered in blood and half rotted. Oh, that is I haven't thought about that one. That is a great one. Yeah. And they could just reskin the wolves, couldn't they? Yeah, great idea. Oh, a scorpion. Not really interested in that. I've got the MP5K. Or the SG5K. Yeah, I mean, you could have... I mean, it doesn't really... I'm not sure if it fits DayZ, but you could have, like, Nemesis coming over, couldn't you? Like, at Tizzy or Northwest. Oh, I'll stab first now. Don't do that. Or maybe even sort of really little things, like... You could have a backpack that was like Claire Redfield's backpack, or Jill Valentine's backpack, or Leon Kennedy's backpack. We really need to find a pioneer because we've got a couple of mags. There's nothing in these vests, is there? Oh, there's our shotgun, BK133. So let's get rid of that. Has it got any bullets in it? We've got one. Great. Okay. So we need to find some shotgun shells. Up onto the roof. Anything else here? No. Fugi says zombies bite instead of beating you to death while you're starving. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. So I guess we've got to decide which way we want to go now. The river is that way. Probably just about to see it there. I think that's the river. So south is this way. Because we've got... Oh! Hello! Someone's come to say hello. Let me... Hello! Hello, hello, hello. How you doing? I'm not sure who it is. Can't hear them. Oh, I bet I can't talk because I'm transmitting to Twitch. Let's do a friendly... This is where I do a wrong thing now, don't I? Miscellaneous. Here we go. No. There we go. It's a bit of a dance. Yeah, sorry, buddy. If you could hear me... jump up and down. Can you hear my... Oh, you can hear me talk. Oh, excellent. Do you have a mic that you could put on? Because I can't hear you. But if you can't, don't worry. I'm going to be heading up this way. I mean, you're more than welcome to come along if you want. I'm only streaming probably for another 10 minutes or so. And obviously, let me know in the Discord that we've met up. Because, yeah. And do you need anything? Are you alright? Do you need any food or anything? So in Twitch, where we go? No mic, no live. No, this is a PvE. We don't kill each other. This one, KB. Jeffro says they're actually not zombies in DayZ, so they have to turn them into zombies. Yes. Farah says they should make it if you get a bit, you eventually turn. That is true. Right. If you wonder who I'm talking to, I'm streaming live on Twitch and YouTube. But yeah, so I'm heading off that way. You're more than welcome to come along for a bit if you like. And very nice to meet you anyway. Very nice to meet you. Vega's Villain says, Vegan Villain, that'd be funny. I appreciate all the informative videos you make. It's helped me more than you know. Oh, thank you very much, Vegas. It's always lovely to hear things like that. There's an awful lot of zombies out here, though. Let's go take the back way out. Where's the back? Let's head this way. Ooh. Hey. Where's my bandages gone? Fugi says we need more of these, bro, for real. What do you mean, Fugi? Let's put that up there. Let's put those away. Let's put those in there. Let's put our shoes back on. Right, let's head this way. Looks like it's going to start raining in a bit, actually, doesn't it? Matthew says, good to see you streaming, for sure. Jeffro says, I can't believe you're playing an Xbox and don't get shot on sight. That's what happens to me every time. That's because this is on one of my PvE servers. So my PvE servers, for people who are 18 years old or over, and who want there's a load of rules that says, we all agree not to kill each other. And obviously if anybody does or gets found stealing stuff from someone else, you'll get banned. But I guess the difference is that my servers, they are behind a paywall. So you do have to have a Discord account that's registered to your mobile phone. And you have to pay either the £5 a month plus tax for a YouTube membership, or I think it's £2.50 or something on Patreon. So that's what kind of keeps it the way it is. Let's turn the chat off. Because of that. these live streams while playing with the community by Q&A. Oh yes, it's always good. Questions are, I love the questions because they're what drive the content to my channel. Oh, and here comes the rain. Let's put our rain jacket on. Okay, looks like we chose the wrong time to head off into the Livonian countryside. Top Look Studio says, GG, thank you, over on Twitch. Pleasure. Cedar Vale County said, would love a high tier new scope with built-in rangefinder for console. Very rare on high. Yeah. That would be cool, yeah. Something that was like as rare as the Starlight scope. That would be a good idea. In the friend zone says, do you run a PlayStation PvE account linked to Discord on Cherno? So, okay, so the servers I run 8 servers. Okay, so I've got servers for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, and on console. So on PlayStation and Xbox, they've each got 3 servers. They've got a boosted loot Cherno server, a boosted loot Livonia server, like I'm playing on now, and there's what I call the survival servers. And the survival servers are half loot, well, half food, half weapons, half zombies. So it's more of a challenge. I really enjoy those servers as well. And then on PC, there's a boosted loot Generous and boosted loot Livonia servers on PC. So sort of doing it that way. And you access them all if you go over. If you're on YouTube and you look in the description below this video, there should be a link to the website that explains all this, and then you can come over and join. But obviously you have to pay. You know, I mean, it's the kind of it pays for the servers, and it's like a nice little paywall. Sort of keeps, if you've got to pay, you're more likely to follow the rules, aren't you? That's my thinking behind it as well. Vigas Villa says, for the AK platform, right? Yeah. With and both ACOG sites, yes. Not digital, but, says Cedar Vale County. Hey, hello, says Graynardo. Vegas Villain says, right, it's not number based, it measures the size of the plane and tells you how far they are. Oh, right, yeah. I could imagine that. Tell you what, let's just go in here, let's just do a bit of... Let's do a quick bit of inventory management. Let's drop this. Have we got stuff we don't need? We probably don't need that pistol, do we? We could probably eat some of this powdered milk. No Fox Given says, I usually play the PvE servers as well. They have been helping you get used to the survival part. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying that the way that I do my servers is the way to play DayZ. You know, far from it. These are really just a learning experience, and you are missing out on that seat of your pants fear that you have when you're on a PvE or a public server, you know. And definitely by having a no killing, no base raiding rule set, you know, we are missing a chunk out of some of the gameplay. Matthew says, I think it would be worth a couple of dollars to play with trustworthy people. Yeah, I mean, the other thing I would say as well about my servers is they tend to be fairly barren. In fact, you know, there's only 2 of us on this server at the moment. You know, so chances are you won't bump into people. You'll be left to your own devices most of the time. We don't need that anymore. Yeah, we'll keep the Deagle because it's fun. What's this? 5.56 by 45. Might as well keep those. 45 ACP. Let's drop those. We're not going to use those. We'll keep the. In fact, I tell you what, we can fill these ones up, can't we? We'll keep the Pioneer mag, because if we get a Pioneer... That one's full now. And right, that one's full now. Do we need the rangefinder? No, we don't really need it, do we? Let's eat some of this rice. Matthew says... what am I doing? Where do I get back to? Granada says, some likes people. There are 25 of us. Vega's Villain says, sometimes I play PvE just for the chill vibes. Yeah, I mean, it's adventure DayZ, isn't it? I think it's playing it like an adventure game. Matthew says, not had good experiences trying to interact on DayZ. It is a mixed environment. Fugi says, I'd definitely pay for that. We need DayZ Evil Resident. No Fox Gamer says, for some reason it's still not letting me load into Livonia. It says it's not owned, but I've purchased it. Maybe try restarting your PC or your console and see what happens there. So we've cleared a bit of space, haven't we? So can we carry our... Yeah, we can. So our backpack is basically full. We've got a little bit of space in our pants. Our raincoat is empty. Our field vest is empty. We haven't got that much space, have we? Full restart, says Granada. Yeah, I'd say that is probably a good idea. Oh, it's still raining, isn't it? Oops, some more rice. We'll have that. Thank you very much. Fugi says, me and my buddies create our own story-like missions. Decode them instead would be amazing. Well, are you on PC or are you on console, Fugi? Far too many zombies in this little hamlet, if you ask me. Xbox. Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Okay, I was going to say, if you're on PC, the guy behind the DayZ dog mod, Hunter, is currently working on some missions like that. KB says, Scale, what do you think about CF Cloud Service for server monitoring? I haven't attached your radio to your vest, says in the friend zone. Good. Have I got a radio? Oh, I have. Well spotted. In fact, has my radio got a battery in it? Where's it gone? It hasn't, has it? Right, let's put a battery in this radio. Fix that on there. Well spotted, thank you very much. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I think, isn't there some controversy at the moment? I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. I don't know anything about it. The thing I say, just be aware of any service where you have to give away your passwords for your Nitrado accounts. Just be very careful of things like that. J Wolf says, first time catching you live. I was fairly new to the Nitrado mods. Your video on mods for DayZ console helped me greatly. Thanks for sharing all those vids. Now have a nice modded. Thanks for sharing all those vids. Now have a nice modded server. Oh, that's brilliant, J Wolf. Glad they've helped. Really glad they've helped. Oh, we've got some shotgun shells. Excellent. Look at that. Oh, I do love a shotgun. Great for when you. Oh, and another sewing kit. Do we need to use any of them? Pristine but wet. Pristine. 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 Granado says, yes, it's nice to see scale speed of streaming. It's cool to see I'm not the only one that sneaks from sheds to shed. Yes. Don't have to kill others. Remember, they're not zombies. They are infected, aren't they? So maybe one day we'll have a cure. That'd be a good mod, wouldn't it? To be able to go around and cure the zombies, turn them into NPCs who could then come on an adventure with you. Or they'd just bugger off. KV says, I run my own server on my own hardware, so I don't need to give anything. Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it, isn't it? Another battery. Nice. I do like sheds. In DayZ, that is. I like sheds and I like outhouses, because you never know what you're going to find. I like using stealth as well. It's easier on your gear. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've got to remember, this server, everything spawns in pristine, so everything lasts for a long time. The guns are good to go. They're not damaged, all that sort of stuff. But when you're playing on a vanilla or a kind of... what's that there? Use IJ70. Or other server where they don't have pristine stuff, is you really have to look after your equipment, you know, because you can't afford to shoot that gun, you know, too many times. You know, you need to save it for that situation where you're getting attacked by wolves or a bear, all that sort of stuff. And so stealth is a real option, and the fact that we can do stealth kills now on zombies is just brilliant. Somebody drop some cereal for me here. It's a rather odd place to find some cereal, isn't it? Salute, Scale Speeder, says Falton. Granado says, the real DayZ. The cereal boxes used to be the only places that you could get the orienteering compass from. In fact, I think on the back of the... Oh, I've got rid of it now, haven't I? It says free toy inside. Now there should be a water pump around here, shouldn't there? Discord link? I'm probably already a member. Lol. Yeah, I don't know if I put the Discord link in the description of the videos. Oh, there's another shop down there. Lots of zombies though. I do like this aspect of Livonia, you know, with these improvised roadblocks and things. Ah! There we go. And there's another knife. Okay, let's put that on there. Let's drink our water bottle. Welsh Grider says, I've joined your Patreon but can't seem to find your Discord. Alright, okay. I think there's a link, isn't there? Ooh, don't drink too much, you're going to be sick. What I'll do, Welsh, is I'll be coming off stream in a minute anyway. I'll send you a link to the Discord if you can't find it. That's not a knife. Yes. Very true. What can we drop to... Knives are very important things, aren't they? We could drop the unknown food. We don't need that anymore. I couldn't see one, says Welsh Grider. Tell you what, if everybody just hangs on just a sec while I just sort out Discord. Maybe just fire up Discord. Pop, pop, pop. Okay, there is the link in. I'll put them in both. There we go, peeps. Katanas that make zombies head off. Yeah, that some more zombie mechanics would be cool, wouldn't there? Okay, here we go. So what have we got? Lembork to our left, Cullen Brody there. Let's have a look, see where we're gonna go. Lembork or Cullen Brody? I think we want to head towards Lembork. No worries, Welsh Grider over on Twitch who's just joined the Patreon. It takes me a few minutes to get you set up, so I won't be able to get set up till I stop the stream. But thank you very much for the financial support. Very, very, very much appreciated. So this is taking us towards the centre of Livonia, which is a nice place to be. Because I've hung around sort of the river area quite a lot, but I've never played Livonia as much as I've played Chernerus. So it was, I guess, probably for the first 6 months really. I'm going to just hit Livonia and really get to know it in a way that I'm not saying I know Chernerus like the back of my hand, but if you plonk me down somewhere in Livonia away from the river, I wouldn't have a clue where I was. I wouldn't have a clue. We've done alright, and we've picked up some good stuff this this stream. I mean, it's not difficult on these servers because there is so much loot. We've got our meds, we've got our axe, we've got a shotgun, we've got some mags for a pioneer. So if we find a pioneer at a police station or a police wreck or one of those new police wreck kind of situations, isn't it? But there's a police car and another couple of wrecks. That should be interesting. That would be nice to go hunting with. Really, the shotgun and the SG5K for close up. Really, if we run into wolves, is the thing that worries me. You know, wolves can take you apart really quick if you're in the if you don't notice that they're creeping up on you. Mike Thompson says, "Love your videos, man." Thank you very much. Hail hydration, yes. The mighty Archie Stormcloud. If you ever want a laugh and you want to watch someone who really knows DayZ, watch Archie Stormcloud on YouTube. That guy has forgotten more about DayZ than I'll ever know. He is really, really good. He's really funny as well, and he's really friendly. So if you go into his chat, you can ask him questions, and yeah, he streams almost every day. A little bit late. He might even be live now. He's definitely worth looking at and following and getting a chat. He's a really top guy, really, really top guy. Okay, so I think it said 5 kilometres, didn't it, to the next town? Fugi says that's what it was. I tried to join a while ago. The disconnect was invalid. I joined now. Oh, right. Okay, lovely. So what we'll do is actually, because it's going to probably take me 20 minutes to run to the next town, we'll probably call it a day for now. But what I will do, let me have a look and see if Archie is live. Here we go. Let's see who's live on YouTube. DayZ. No content available. What? No, that's not right. Nobody's live on DayZ at the moment, according to YouTube. I am. Archie Storm Cloud. Is he live? No, he's not. Let's go to Twitch and see if anybody's live on Twitch. Running Man. We all know the Running Man, don't we? Someone's shooting. Colonel Ping. I tell you what. If everybody could do me a favour, I'm going to put a link to Colonel Ping's Twitch channel. Now, the Colonel is a PUBG streamer, top bloke, really nice guy, a close friend. If you could, even if you're on YouTube, just follow the link and just go and follow him and say hello. Say Scale Speeder sent us. And if you want to watch some good PUBG gameplay, watch him. He's playing with Ross. In fact, I'll tell you what, when you go over there, okay, what you need to do, what you have to say in his chat is you say, hi, Scale Speeder sent us. We hear that Ross needs to get good. Okay? If you go over there and do that, that would be brilliant. Because I'm going to call it a day now. The links are in the chat and stuff like that. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming along. It's been a pleasure. Hopefully I've answered a few questions. And we've had a good sort of hour or so. Remember, you can always put questions in the description, in the comment section below the videos if there's things you want to do, and I will add them to my list of things. But it's been really good. I've enjoyed this first stream of 2023. Hopefully here's to many, many more. Thanks again, and I'll of course see you all again soon.